Stop copying random fills from social media if you want better drum fills. Kind of sounds like a paradox, right? But hear me out. You might know the feeling of finding a cool drum fill, you copy it, you play it, it kind of feels okay-ish, then you try to use it somewhere in a fill, in a band, and it doesn't really work. And then 2 weeks later, you forget that fill. How was that fill again? And you find another cool fill. Well, okay, let's practice that one. If this sounds familiar and you feel kind of frustrated with not finding the one fill, then you need to hear this, because there is no such thing as one cool fill or the fill, right? It depends on music, it depends on a person, who you are. But here's the thing, you don't want to copy just some fills because it just gives you some fill. You want to learn a system that allows you to create your own fills, to see what's behind those great fills that all your favorite drummers play. So let me share a system with you that has helped me to develop my own fills and create my own unique sound and create my own cool fills. Instead of just copying some things, I'm now able to play 100 fills on the spot. While I'm playing drums, I come up with these fills. Here's what you got to do. So what I was playing here is just 16th notes. So today we're going to restrict ourselves to 16-note drum fills because it's just mostly used and something most drummers start with. And it's also the thing where most drummers get frustrated for not being able to come up with cooler drum fills. So tip number 1 is getting used to using your bass drum in your fills. So picture this, you have a 16-note drum fill, right, left, and you go that whole round around your kit. But now let's replace the last hit with your bass drum. So it's going to be on the 1E and da. And now let's move that bass drum 1/16th note to the 1E and. Now let's move it to the 1E. And now let's move it to the 1. Now you can practice these all separately, or you can put them together in one fill, playing every block once. Or you can just start mixing it up and create your own fills. Tip number 2 is you want to learn the grouping system. You want to learn how to create different groupings in 16th notes than just those standard blocks of 4. Let's take a grouping of 3. So today we restrict ourselves to a 1-bar fill, but if you really want to develop the freedom, you want to be able to flow with these groupings in 2-bar fills, 3-bar fills, 4-bar fills, or even in a drum solo, and you just want to throw it out there, all right? So just for the sake of this video, we're going to restrict ourselves to 1-bar fill. So we can play 5 groupings of 3, right, left, kick. And then we have 1 note left to finish the 16-note drum fill. Okay, that sounds pretty cool. You can play with dynamics, you can move your hands around the toms, figure it out for yourself, because that's also the challenge. You need to be able to find those melodies around the drums yourself. Okay, here's a few tips. Move only your right hand, move only your left hand, move both hands. Have fun with that. And the actual fun begins, as I said earlier in this video, when you get more freedom. So here is an exercise to create flow and not think about 4/4 time signature or whatever time signature. You're just flowing with 16th notes, developing the freedom. So we're randomly gonna play singles. Sometimes we're gonna add some doubles. Sometimes I'm gonna add the right-left kick pattern that we just learned. And sometimes I'm gonna add the right-left-right kick pattern that we just learned, the first block of using your bass drums. Now there's way more things you could do with that. Maybe you already know different patterns like right-left kick-kick or right-left kick-kick. You can throw them in the mix and develop your own flow. But you have to practice flow. If you always restrict yourself to a one-bar fill, you will never get out of that kind of stuck and restricted area. It's a good way to start your practice in isolation of a one-bar fill, but to develop the freedom, you need to practice freedom. Have fun with that, and I'll see you in the next one.